You look up at the night sky. You see stars, galaxies, a faint smudge, Andromeda. You think you're seeing the universe, but you're not. You're seeing a bubble, a fragile sphere of light, barely larger than your own lifetime. Beyond it, nothing. Not darkness, not emptiness, not even silence. Something beyond definition. The universe is not a place. It is an event, a moment in time, a ripple in something older. We measure its size in billions of light years. We map its structure with telescopes and equations. We name its parts: local group, Virgo Supercluster, Laniakea, Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. But all these names, they're just labeled for the inside. The visible part, the part we can touch with light, the part that reached us before space itself stretched too fast. But what lies beyond? What is there when the last photon fades? When the last star dies? When the horizon of observation becomes a wall, not made of matter, but of time? We have no instruments to reach it, no theory to describe it, no language to name it. Yet we ask, because to stop asking is to stop being human. The solar system begins with the sun, a medium-sized star burning hydrogen into helium, radiating energy for over 4 billion years. Around it, 8 planets orbit, from Mercury's scorched surface to Neptune's icy winds. Beyond them, millions of asteroids drift in the belt between Mars and Jupiter. Comets, frozen relics from the birth of the system, streak through the outer dark, their tails glowing as they approach the sun. But even Pluto, once considered the 9th planet, is just a speck. Its orbit ends at 49 astronomical units, less than 7 light hours from the sun. Then comes Eris, Sedna, far out, discovered in 2018, 132 Australian dollars away. It takes sunlight over 18 hours to reach it. But even far out is not the edge. It is a whisper, a hint. The true boundary lies farther in the Oort Cloud, a vast, spherical shell of trillions of icy bodies, stretching from 2,000 Australian dollars to possibly 100,000 Australian dollars. 1 light year from the sun. That's 6.3 trillion miles. If you flew there in the Voyager 1 spacecraft, traveling at 38,000 miles per hour, it would take you 17,000 years to reach the inner edge. And still, you'd be inside the sun's gravity, still within its influence, still part of our cosmic home. But beyond the Oort Cloud, nothing but interstellar space. Empty, silent, cold. And yet, even here, the universe is not empty. Hydrogen atoms float like ghosts. Cosmic dust drifts. Neutrinos pass through you by the trillions every second. The solar system is not a house. It is a cradle, and we are children who have never left the crib. Beyond the Oort Cloud, space opens into the Milky Way's Orion Arm, a spiral finger of gas, dust, and stars. Within 20 light years of the sun, there are over 50 stars. Some are dim red dwarfs, cold, slow-burning, invisible to the naked eye. Others blaze like beacons: Sirius, Procyon, Altair. One, Gliese 832c, orbits its star every 36 Earth days. It's rocky. It's in the habitable zone. Its average temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius. It could have oceans. It could have life, but we will never go there. At current speeds, a probe would take 300,000 years to arrive. Even if we build a ship that traveled at 10% the speed of light, it would still take 160 years. And then what? We land on a rock. We find ice. Maybe methane. Maybe nothing. The distance isn't just physical. It's existential. Every star we see, every exoplanet we imagine, is a world we may never know. We are isolated, not by technology, by scale, by time, by the simple fact that the universe is too big for us to ever truly reach. Our sun is one of 400 billion stars in the Milky Way. The galaxy is a flat disk, 100,000 light years across. Its center bulges a dense knot of stars, gas, and a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A*, 4 million times heavier than the sun. Above and below the disk, a halo of ancient stars and globular clusters swirls outward, extending perhaps twice as far. The entire structure rotates, one full turn every 230 million years. Our sun has completed 20 laps since its birth. We are not stationary. We are moving at 828,000 kilometers per hour toward the constellation Hercules. We are falling towards something unseen, toward the Great Attractor. But the Milky Way is not alone. It is part of the Local Group, a cluster of over 50 galaxies bound by gravity. Andromeda, 2.5 million light years away, is our largest neighbor. It's bigger than ours. It's approaching. In 4.5 billion years, it will collide with us. Stars won't crash. Galaxies will merge. New stars will ignite. Old ones will die. And Earth, if it still exists, it will be swallowed by the red giant sun long before. The Local Group spans 10 million light years. It contains 3 trillion solar masses, most of it invisible, dark matter, holding everything together. Without it, galaxies would fly apart. Without it, we wouldn't exist. The Local Group is just a drop in the ocean of the Virgo Supercluster. This structure, named after the Virgo cluster at its heart, contains over 30,000 galaxies. It stretches 150 million light years across. Its mass, a quadrillion suns. It is flattened like a pancake, only 10 million light years thick. Most of its galaxies lie along filaments, threads of dark matter, stretching across space like veins and flesh. We live on one of those threads. The Virgo Supercluster is not a single object. It is a network, a web, a living structure, and at its center, the Great Attractor, an invisible mass, 250 million light years away, pulling everything toward it. Galaxies move toward it, not because they want to, because gravity demands it, but we cannot see it. The Milky Way's plane blocks our view. Dust, gas, stars, they hide it. All we see is motion. Galaxies streaming toward a point we cannot name. We don't know what it is. Black holes? A concentration of dark matter? A relic from a Big Bang? We don't know. And yet, it pulls us. Like a tide we cannot feel. In 2014, astronomers mapped the gravitational flow of galaxies across the observable universe. They found that the Virgo Supercluster is not the top of the hierarchy. It is part of something larger, Laniakea, a name meaning immense heaven in Hawaiian. Laniakea is a supercluster of superclusters. It includes the Virgo Supercluster, the Hydra Centaurus Supercluster, and others, over 100,000 galaxies. Its diameter, 520 million light years. Its mass, 100 quadrillion suns. We are not just in a galaxy. We are in a galaxy cluster, in a supercluster, in a supercluster. And Laniakea is not alone. It is part of a larger structure, the cosmic web, a vast, sponge-like network of filaments and voids. Galaxies cling to filaments. Voids, regions hundreds of millions of light years across, are nearly empty. No stars, no gas, just dark matter and vacuum. The largest known structure in this web, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, discovered in 2013. It stretches 10 billion light years. That's more than half the diameter of the observable universe. How? According to cosmology, Structures larger than 1.2 billion light years shouldn't exist. Gravity hasn't had enough time to form them since the Big Bang. Yet there it is, a wall so vast, it defies the laws we thought governed reality. We call it coincidence, a statistical anomaly. But what if it's not? What if the universe is stranger than our models allow? All of this, the solar system, the Milky Way, Laniakea, the Great Wall, they're all inside the observable universe, a sphere centered on Earth, with a radius of 46.5 billion light years, diameter 93 billion light years. Why 46.5 billion? If the universe is 13.8 billion years old, shouldn't the radius be 13.8 billion? No, because space has expanded. Life from the most distant galaxies began its journey 13.8 billion years ago. But while it traveled, space stretched. Those galaxies are now 46.5 billion light years away. We see them as they were when the universe was young. But they are gone, moved, changed, destroyed. The observable universe is not the whole universe. It is our horizon, our limit, our prison. Beyond it, light has not reached us. Not yet, not ever, because space expands faster than light can cross it. There are galaxies now, 46.6 billion light years away, whose light will never reach us. Their photons are racing toward us, but space behind them is stretching faster, so they remain forever invisible. We are trapped in a bubble of information, and the walls of that bubble are growing. What is beyond the observable universe? We have no data, no evidence, no telescope powerful enough, but we can guess, and the guesses are terrifying, beautiful, impossible. One idea: the universe is infinite. It goes on forever. More galaxies, more stars, more Earths, more yous, infinite copies, infinite variations, infinite possibilities. In one, you didn't click this video. In another, dinosaurs survived. In another, humans never evolved. In another, you were a star. In another, there is no such thing as time. If the universe is infinite, then everything that can happen does happen somewhere. Now, always. Another idea: the universe is finite but unbounded, like the surface of a balloon. You can walk forever without reaching an edge, but the balloon has a size. The universe might be shaped like a 4D sphere. If you traveled far enough, you'd return to where you started, from the other side. But we can't travel far enough. We can't even see far enough. We're stuck on the surface, unable to step off. Then comes the most radical idea: the multiverse. Not just one universe, but many, countless, each separate, each with its own laws. Some have stronger gravity. Some have no electromagnetism. Some have 5 dimensions. Some have no time. Some are born from quantum fluctuations, tiny bubbles in a higher dimensional foam. Each bubble is a universe. Each bubble has its own Big Bang, its own constants, its own physics. In some, the speed of light is slower. In others, faster. In some, electrons are heavier. In others, atoms can't form. In most, no stars, no life, no consciousness. But in a few, just a few conditions align. Life emerges. Intelligence arises. And somewhere, in one of those bubbles, someone else is asking the same question: what lies beyond? This is not science fiction. It's mathematics, string theory, quantum field theory, eternal inflation. All suggest it. All allow it. All demand it. The multiverse doesn't need proof. It needs only possibility. And in physics, possibility is often enough. Even wilder, what if the universe isn't real? What if it's a simulation? A program running on a computer so advanced we cannot comprehend its architecture? The idea isn't new. Philosophers have debated it for centuries. But now, physicists are taking it seriously. Nick Bostrom proposed, if civilizations survive long enough to build ancestor simulations, and if they run trillions of them, then statistically, we are far more likely to be simulated than biological. Think of it, a civilization 1,000,000 years ahead of us, capable of simulating every atom in a galaxy, simulating minds, simulating pain, simulating joy, simulating love, simulating you, reading this, wondering if you're real, if your thoughts are yours or programmed, if your grief is real or just code, if your death is final or just a reboot, if the universe is a game, who is playing it and why? Is it art, science, a child's toy, or a funeral monument built by a dead civilization to remember itself? We may never know, but if we ever create a perfect simulation, we will become gods. And we will wonder, did someone make us? We call the observable universe the Metagalaxy. Not because it's grand, but because it's all we have. It is our home, our world, our reality. Everything outside is speculation, hypothesis, philosophy, poetry. We measure its age, 13.8 billion years. Its composition, 5% normal matter, 27% dark matter, 68% dark energy. Its fate, heat death, entropy wins, stars burn out, black holes evaporate, even protons decay. After 10 to the power of 100 years, the universe is cold, dark, empty, silent, no light, no sound, no thought, no memory. And yet, for now, we are here. We see, we wonder, we ask, we build telescopes, we launch probes, we dream of other worlds. We write stories about what lies beyond, because to stop asking is to stop being alive. The most profound truth of all, we are made of stardust, atoms forged in dying stars. Carbon, oxygen, iron, calcium, they came from supernovae, from collisions, from explosions. And now they are thinking, they are looking back, they are asking, where did I come from? What is beyond? Am I alone? The universe doesn't have eyes. It doesn't have ears. It doesn't have a mind. But it created us to see, to hear, to wonder. So when we ask, what lies beyond the universe? We are not asking the universe. We are asking ourselves. And the answer may be, there is no beyond. Because we are the beyond. We are the universe becoming conscious of its own boundaries. And in that moment, we transcend them. Perhaps the truth is simpler than we think. Perhaps there is nothing beyond. No multiverse, no simulation, no infinite space. Just the end. A wall, a silence, a void, not empty, not dark, not even nothing, but absence. The absence of space, the absence of time, the absence of existence. And we, tiny, fleeting, carbon-based dreams, are the only things that scream against it. We cry out into the dark, and the dark answers with silence. That silence is not hostile. It is indifferent. It does not care if we live, or if we die, or if we understand. It simply is, and we are the noise, the echo, the flicker before the long night. We built telescopes to see the stars. We built rockets to leave Earth. We built computers to calculate the cosmos. But none of it brings us closer to the edge, because the edge isn't out there. It's in here, in our minds, in our limits, in our fear, in our awe. We will never know what lies beyond the universe. Not because we lack technology, but because we lack the capacity to comprehend. The universe is not a place we explore. It is a mirror we stare into and see only ourselves reflected. We're the questions. We're the search. We are the wonder. And if we ever stop wondering, And even if the universe is infinite, we will have died inside it, alone, unseen, unheard, forever. We hope this journey ignited your curiosity. Stay with us as we explore the edges of reality, where science ends and wonder begins. Subscribe and join us for the next discovery.